السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We are still on Surah Al-An'am and we're gonna do today ayah number 109 to 129. Again, the discussion about the issue of showing any kind of miracle that these kuffar can see from the eyes. The detail of these demands will come in Surah Bani Israel. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to our beloved Prophet that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not gonna show them any miracle, and the hikmah behind it, that if the miracle is shown and they don't accept, then they will be destroyed. So Allah is saying that this Qur'an is the biggest miracle. If they have to bring Iman and they realize, then they should bring Iman. And we have discussed ayah after ayah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how step by step everything been explained. So now another major way that the kuffars are trying to make the common man full of doubt and misguide the common man. So what they do is they come to the company of Rasulullah and they says, we are keep asking Rasulullah that he's claiming that he's prophet, that show us the miracle and we'll bring Iman on you, but he is not able to do so. So the common man has this thing in his mind that yes, meaning these leaders of Quraysh, they are asking just show the miracle because you are the prophet of Allah, and you told them that prior prophets like Musa and Isa have these miracles, so how come you cannot do it? So this is the way it will start now. وَأَقْسِمُوا بِاللَّهِ جَهْدَ أَيْمَانِهِمْ لَئِنْ جَاءَتْهُمْ آيَةٌ لَيُؤْمِنُونَ بِهَا قُلْ إِنَّمَا الْآيَةُ عِندَ اللَّهِ وَمَا يَشْعُرُكُمْ أَنَّهَا إِذَا جَاءَتْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. So Allah is saying that these mushrikeen, they actually come and they take oath after oath that if you show us the miracle, we'll bring Iman on you. And you just plainly say to them that all the miracles is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And once if the miracle comes, then you will have no time. You will not given any time. And Allah says, وَنُقَلِّبُ أَفِدَتُهُمْ وَأَبْصَارُهُمْ كَمَا لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِهِ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ وَنَذَرْهُمْ فِي طُغْيَانِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. They look at Rasulullah, they listen to Qur'an, and they already knew inside their heart that this is the truth. But they deliberately do not want to accept it. So Allah is answering that because they refuse this truth on the first place, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to turn their hearts and going to turn their eyes, and they will not going to able to bring Iman. And because of their arrogance and because of their stubbornness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will leave them where they are. And after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the consolation of our beloved Prophet, says that وَلُو أَنَّنَا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةَ وَكَلَّمَهُمُ الْمَوْتَى وَحَشَّرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ قُبْلًا مَا كَانُوا لِيُؤْمِنُوا إِلَّا أَنْ يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَهُمْ يَجْهَلُونَ. That, O my beloved Prophet, if we send even the angels down to earth and we resurrect the dead and the dead talk to them and we show them every kind of miracle what they are demanding, still they will not gonna bring the Iman. But if Allah wants them, if Allah wants somebody to get guidance, then Allah knows who should be guided. And most of them have no truth in them. They don't want to accept the truth. They are the one who has chosen the path of this stubbornness and heedlessness and misguidance, because they talk things to Rasulullah which has no logic, and they try to make people go away from Rasulullah by their talk. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا لِكُلِّ نَبِيٍّ عَدُوًّا شَيَاطِينَ الْإِنسِ وَالْجِنِّ يُوحِي بَعْضُهُمْ إِلَى بَعْضٍ زُخْرُفَ الْقَوْلِ غُرُورًا وَلَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّكَ مَا فَعَلُوهُ فَذَرْهُمْ وَمَا يَفْتَرُونَ. And now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also telling each and every Muslim who has a true Iman in their heart that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not only has bring the resistance and sort of enemy against the Anbiya, so there has to be the contrast between good and bad, so a person can look at the contrast and accept the truth. This is the real test. When you know that this is wrong and when you know this is right, then it's your choice to choose the right. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that just like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the shayateen, Allah has created the resistance among the human beings with jinn and with humans which behave like jinns, who bring doubts in the heart by giving sort of what we call waswasa. And this is a way that Allah wants to test them. And Allah knows what is in your heart. So Allah knows who wants to get the guidance and who just there for the heck of it, and he has no true intention to accept the guidance. And Allah says, if your Lord wants to give somebody's guidance, then he will give the guidance. And whatever they are doing, just don't worry about it. My beloved messenger, you keep doing the good work. وَلِيَتُصْغَى إِلَيْهِ أَفْئِدَةُ الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْآخِرَةِ وَلَا يَرْضُوهُ وَلِيَقْتَرِفُوا مَا هُمْ مُقْتَرِفُونَ. And now Allah is telling the main reason, the main disease why these people does not bring iman or does not come to the guidance, that they have no idea, that they do not want to accept that there is a akhirah. They actually falsify and nullify the idea of akhirah. And if you do not believe in akhirah, then you cannot correct your action. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that whatever they are doing, they keep on doing because they think that nobody is accountable, and that's why Allah just left them in this way. أَفَغَيْرَ اللَّهِ أَبْتَغِي حُكْمًا وَهُوَ الَّذِي أَنزَلَ عَلَيْكُمُ الْكِتَابَ مُفَصَّلًا وَالَّذِينَ آتَيْنَاهُمُ الْكِتَابَ يَعْلَمُونَ أَنَّهُ مُنزِلٌ مِّن رَبِّكَ بِالْحَقِّ وَلَا تَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْمُمْتَرِينَ. And now this is a very important ayah for people like common Muslims, that there is so much abundance of evil around you, there is so much of misguidance around you, that if you are on the true path, then you have to be very steadfast. And you should not bring any doubt in your heart because what you see around. And Allah says that, my beloved messenger, tell them that who can find the best judge other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this book which has been bring down by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on me, this is the book of all the signs and evidence. And all the people of the book, they already know that this book is the truth. So whatever the false propaganda and whatever the attitude they have and how they are trying to make doubt and make sure that the true message of Rasulullah does not go to the masses, don't pay any attention to them, and you should not have any doubt in your heart about this book or the truth that Allah has revealed to you. So this is a sort of a caution for Muslims to make sure that they should not bring any doubt in their heart. And then Allah is further emphasizing, وَتَمَّتْ كَلِمَةُ رَبِّكَ صِدْقًا وَعَدْلًا لَا مُبَدِّلَ لِكَلِمَاتِهِ وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. And Allah says that the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is based on truth and justice. And there is no one who can change the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the one who is all hearing and all knowing. وَإِن تُطِيعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّوكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ إِن يَتَّبِعُونَ إِلَّا الظَّنَّ وَإِنْ هُمْ إِلَّا يَخْرُصُونَ. And Allah again is cautioning the Muslims that you should not follow the masses in the world, because the majority of the people in the world, they are misguided. They are the one who chose the path of misguidance. And if you have the same kind of ideas in your mind, then they will make sure that you will come to them and you will be on their path. And why they are misguided? Because they do not make their faith, their belief, their aqidah on haqq, on truth. They have their aqidah and their faith and their belief on just, zan, on just like things that they have listened from their forefathers, things that their own invention of the ideas for Aqidah. So that's why majority of the people in the world, they are not on right path. And it is true, right now there are so many people who does not want to accept the truth. Inna rabbaka huwa aliman yudillu an sabilihi wa huwa alim bil muhtadin. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who is misguided very clearly, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who is on the right path. فَقُلُوا مِمَّا ذُكِرَ اسْمُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِ إِن كُنتُم بِآيَاتِهِ مُؤْمِنِينَ. So you should only consume which is halal to you, and which you should only consume on which the name of Allah has been called upon, and you should have complete faith on the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا لَكُمْ أَلَّا تَأْكُلُوا مِمَّا ذُكِرَ اسْمُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِ وَقَدْ فَصَّلَ لَكُمْ مَا حَرَّمَ عَلَيْكُمْ إِلَّا مَا اضْطُرِرْتُمْ إِلَيْهِ وَإِنَّ كَثِيرًا لَيُضِلُّونَ بِأَفْوَاهِهِمْ بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ إِنَّ رَبَّكَ هُوَ أَعْلَمُ بِالْمُعْتَدِينَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying that why you don't want to consume something which is halal, and Allah says that you should never consume anything which has been slaughtered other than the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And all the haram Allah has already told you in detail. But Allah is merciful. Allah is saying that if you reach to a point to save your life, then you can consume even that. The only restriction on it that you should eat enough to survive. You should not have anything in your heart that you want to taste it for the taste of it, or you should not eat it with your full stomach. Eat just enough to survive. That's all Allah allows you to do. And again Allah is repeating the same thing, that most of the humanity is just following, zan, following their own invention, following their invented aqaid. And they have no evidence to follow that. They have no solid evidence. And the evidence is Qur'an, and they don't want to accept this Qur'an. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everyone who is truly transgress. And Allah is now ordering everyone that وَزَرُوا ظَاهِرَ الْإِسْمِ وَبَاطِنِهِ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَكْسِبُونَ الْإِسْمَ سَيُجْزَوْنَ بِمَا كَانُوا يَقْتَرِفُونَ. That you should be aware that Allah knows everything, what is in your heart, what is your aqidah, what is your belief. So you should stay away from all the sins which is hidden and all the sins which is open. And whatever you do, Allah is extremely fast in accountability. وَلَا تَأْكُلُوا مِمَّا لَمْ يُذْكَرْ اسْمَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِ وَإِنَّهُ لَفِسْقٌ وَإِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ لَيُوحُونَ إِلَىٰ أَوْلِيَائِهِمْ لِيُجَادِلُوكَ وَإِنْ أَطْعَمْتُمُوهُمْ إِنَّكُمْ لَمُشْرِكُونَ. And again Allah is saying that do not eat the animals which has been slaughtered on somebody else's name other than Allah. This is a big sin, and the shaitan is the one who is teaching these people to do something like that. Shaitan is the one who is also inciting these people to fight with you. And oh my beloved messenger, for any reason or anyhow, if you have any kind of sort of allegiance with them, then you should be in trouble too. So we need to make sure that we should stay away from these people who have the false aqaid, who has batil aqaid, who has been guided, or who is followed by shaitan, and they are doing things which has been prohibited by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we are at risk of losing our iman. أَوَمَنْ كَانَ مَيْتًا فَأَحْيَيْنَاهُ وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُ نُورًا يَمْشِي بِهِ فِي النَّاسِ كَمَنْ مَثَلُهُ فِي الظُّلُمَاتِ لَيْسَ بِخَارِجٍ مِنْهَا كَذَلِكَ زُيِّنَ لِلْكَافِرِينَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. And Allah is saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring life to the death. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving someone the light of this iman, and he will go everywhere with this light, and he knows what is the truth and what is the falsehood. But there is other person who wants to remain in the darkness, who doesn't want to choose to come into light, and he cannot come out from this darkness because he wants to stay there. Then his bad deeds will be sort of decorated for him, that he should continue in that darkness. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا فِي كُلِّ قَرْيَةٍ أَكَابِرَ مُجْرِمِيهَا لِيَمْكُرُوا فِيهَا وَمَا يَمْكُرُونَ إِلَّا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ. And this is again a very important ayah in this surah, which says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the villages, the people who are in power, either they are in power because of, they are in power, or the leaders, the religious leaders, they are the one who initially had these false ideas, these invented aqaid, and they are the one who try to propagate them among the masses, and they are the one who created all the mischiefs, and Allah let them to do up to their extent. So the people who are underneath them, who are following them, they should have this responsibility that they should stop them. If they don't stop them, then both of them will be held responsible by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they don't realize it, what they are doing. So in this ayah, we have to make sure that if we are following someone, then we have to know what is the truth. If someone start propagating something which is not truth, then if you don't know and you blindly follow someone, then there is a likely chance you will fall into that trap. So here the checks and balance is that if someone who you are following is not telling you the right thing, then you should have the knowledge that you should either stay away from him or you should try to correct him, and do not follow anyone blindly. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always give the power to the people who are in power. Either they are in power because of the religion, like the ulama of Yahud, or they are in power because of they are in power like someone like Pharaoh or a king or whoever. So those are the people who influence the masses. So the masses have this responsibility that they should learn and know what is the truth. وَإِذَا جَاءَتْهُمْ آيَةٌ قَالُوا لَن نُؤْمِنَ حَتَّى نُؤْتَ مِثْلَ مَا أُوتِيَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ اللَّهُ أَعْلَمُ حَيْثُ يَجْعَلُ رِسَالَتَهُ سَيُصِيبُ الَّذِينَ أَجْرَمُوا صَغَارٌ عِندَ اللَّهِ وَعَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ بِمَا كَانُوا يَمْكُرُونَ. And then Allah is saying that whenever there is some truth comes to them, they look at the truth because the truth is against their wills, against their desires. They says we're not going to accept this, and they're not going to bring iman on it. And if Allah gave them something which Allah has given to the Anbiya, they still reject that. And Allah is saying that because of this rejection, because of these mischiefs that they do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish them severely when the time comes. فَمَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَهْدِيَهُ يَشْرَحْ صَدْرَهُ لِلْإِسْلَامِ وَمَنْ يُرِدْ أَنْ يُضِلَّهُ يَجْعَلْ صَدْرَهُ ضَيِّقًا حَرَجًا كَأَنَّمَا يَصْعَدُ فِي السَّمَاءِ كَذَلِكَ يَجْعَلُ اللَّهُ الرِّجْسَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. This is also a very important ayah, and this will also be explained in Surah Alam Nashrah Laka Sadrak. Allah is saying that whosoever Allah wants to give mercy, Allah open up the chest of that person to accept Islam. That means he has this thing in him that when the truth is presented to him, he automatically knows that this is truth because Allah has opened up his chest. The another also explanation for this is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the people who are doing the work of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the resistance and the torment and people who are making fun of them and people who are making their life very hard, their heart is always at a point where they feel extremely bad because people are making their life bad. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open up their chest in a way that they have the sabr of such a magnitude that they still able to overcome all what people said to them. So this is a very, very important issue that we should make dua to Allah. This dua that Ya Allah open our chest for Islam. And when do two ways. One is that the person who has chest open, he will look at the truth and he will accept the truth that this is the right thing to do, And the other way is that when you are working in the path of Allah and Allah open up your chest, then all the resistance that you're gonna see, all the people who are gonna make your life very difficult, you will not gonna feel any pain or any remorse in it. It's just like, Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam is ready to they are ready to put him in fire, and he is calm. He does not have any worry, because Allah has opened up his chest. Same way, our beloved Prophet, when he is preaching Islam to these people, these mushrikeen in Makkah, and they have make our beloved Prophet life so hard, Rasulullah is still, the heart is so big that he wants to still bring good to them, still bring truth to them. And Allah is saying that whosoever Allah's chest is constricted, then he does not want to listen to the truth. And this happens to the people who have these disease of arrogance, stubbornness, and who does not want to, who falsify the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala restrict their chest, and they felt like that if they have to do something good, it's so hard on them that they need to go up on a mountain, like they want to have a climbing the K2 or Mount Everest. So how difficult it is. Simplest thing will look them so difficult. Simple good deeds will look to them so difficult. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make them away from the true path. وَهَذَا صِرَاطُ رَبِّكَ مُسْتَقِيمًا قَدْ فَصَّلْنَا لِقَوْمٍ يَذَّكَّرُونَ. And Allah says the Sirat Mustaqim is the only path, which is the path of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu, and we have clearly opened our ayat, and we make sure that whosoever wants to get the nasiha, we make to come to that path easy. Lahum darus salam inda rabbihim wa huwa waliyuhum bima kanu ya'malun. And Allah says that people who follow Sirat Mustaqim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a beautiful house for them in Jannah, and Allah is their wali, Allah is their friend, and this is because they are following our beloved Prophet and they are doing the good deeds. وَيَوْمَ يَحْشُرُهُمْ جَمِيعًا يَا مَعْشَرَ الْجِنِّ قَدِ اسْتَكْثَرْتُمْ مِنَ الْإِنسِ وَقَالَ أَوْلِيَاؤُهُم مِنَ الْإِنسِ رَبَّنَا اسْتَمْتَعَ بَعْضُنَا بِبَعْضٍ وَبَلَغْنَا أَجَلَنَا الَّذِي أَجَلْتَ لَنَا قَالَ النَّارُ مَثْوَاكُمْ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا إِلَّا مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ إِنَّ رَبَّكَ حَكِيمٌ عَلِيمٌ وَكَذَلِكَ نُوَلِّي بَعْضَ الظَّالِمِينَ بَعْضًا بِمَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. And Allah says that the day when we gathered everyone, the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will gonna say to the jinn, that you jinn and you humans who help each other when you were in the world to create all the mischief and you take benefit from each other, now you reach to a point that you will not gonna be returned, and your now abode is fire, and you will remain there forever, only if Allah wants to have something else for you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all knowing, and He is Hakim. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will gather all the kuffars in the Jahannam. And in this last ayah, it is also said that the kuffar, when they help each other, Allah also let them help each other, so they end up in hellfire together. May Allah protect us. And wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.